right here, this is the Rose Garden where the Trailblazers play. You know, that's my squad right there. So this is nice. Give you guys a little look at the city of Portland. Can't see much from this angle, but quarter. Nothing cracking today. They sure don't. Damn you, lockout. I gotta give a big shout out to my boy, the King Beastman. Hooked me up with an award, inspiration award. He said it was for the Super Sunday videos, and I have to thank him a lot for this, man. This is really something special. It just shows that the work you put in, just having fun with this. I mean, I'm talking about action figures, you know, and just all around, you know, day-to-day life and all that good stuff. And for people to actually like what you do, it's really moving, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember when we first started all this, and it wasn't nothing the way it is today. I mean, this thing has just gotten bigger and bigger. And I think somebody asked a while back, you know, what do we do to get subscribers and all that? And I honestly feel that we were at a perfect time to come into this and just start a movement, because nobody was really doing anything, especially with Legends or any of the action figures. It was more of a Transformer stuff on YouTube. Next thing you know, we had Legends and all this other stuff, and it just grew from there. So, and that's why I kind of like started doing Sundays, just so I can get in here a lot more than normal, because I have a family and all that. And it's just kind of hard at times, and I know I've didn't get in there last Sunday because of the tournament, and then, you know, it's this type of the year, it gets kind of hard with the family and all that. But, you know, I keep grinding it out, and you guys continue to like what I do, so, you know, I'm doing something right. So once again, big special thanks to the King Beastman. If you haven't subscribed to him, definitely do it. Alright, so we got a pickup from eBay over the week. We got the M. Bison figure from Sota. This figure ran me 90 bucks shipped, which I think is a great deal, especially for this one. Now, you're not going to see Bison too much on eBay. The ones I did see, there was a couple that were loose, but they were going for like 120 or so. Buy it now. So like I said, this is a really hard figure to come by. Even more harder is the white suit one. So if you get a chance to get this figure for under 100 or so, definitely pick it up. You know what I'm saying? These figures are hard to come by. In some ways, almost impossible at times. I mean, just because of the sheer price of them. You know, it's like this one right here. All these figures right here are pretty expensive. Chun-Li is probably the cheapest, saying best. I mean, maybe from 40 to 50 bucks or so. Like the Sagat. Sagat's the next one I really want to try to get. This one can run from anywhere from 70 to 120 or so. So if you get a chance to get these figures, definitely pick them up. So, but I'm gonna crack this open. I know a lot of people are probably tripping, like, why is he gonna open them? You know, I open all my figures, especially this one right here. Alright, and Bison is out of package, and this is such a nice figure. I'm very impressed with this figure all around. It's just an excellent figure. It's probably moved up there, and one of my favorite figures that I own. It's just all around impressive. It comes with something about the Sota figures that are really nice. It's got interchangeable parts. There goes the head. See, he's got the grin and open palms, and damn hands are huge, very huge hands. And he's got the effect, so kind of like his Psycho Crusher. And then also he's got this nylon cape, which is very impressive. I can see the benefit from this cape now, so I kind of like to see more figures have that. But I mean, these Sota figures are very nice. Like I hold them up there really high, right, you know, next to Legends as far as articulation goes, paint apps. This is just a nice figure. Fun factor all around. Probably won't be able to see it, but it's got a unique articulation in the foot. See right there where that split is. there's like a swivel right there, so it's not actually the whole ankle, it's just that foot, which works tremendously. So this is, like I said, if you can get the bread up and get this figure, do it. Definitely do it. And this cape is removable. This pops off right about there. See that? So I like that. Removable cape, great accessories, fun factor. This is an awesome figure. So definitely get it if you can. So just kind of going over my tournament entry. Now that all the scores are in, I can kind of you know, nitpick at it and stuff. It's just the original idea was supposed to be for round 1. That was before I found out what all the rules were. You know, it was relaxed themes, and I was like, okay, I gotta scrap that. And I was originally gonna have, because you know, you'd think that it would be, you know, a battle scene, you know, for the opening round, but they flipped it and made it something even special. But the original concept, I had kind of this setup, but it was all kinds of Jedis going at it. I mean, I even went out and started tweaking some of my lightsabers by making some kind of slash effects, just really trying everything. And then I got into it just cutting up troopers. But now this one right here is probably the hardest one, just splitting them in half. You would think it'd be really easy, but it's not. I've already gone through 2 of these things just trying that, because you got to do it just right or they just disintegrate. I mean, they explode into a million pieces. Next thing you know, it's just a mess. But this one came out really clean. I had to actually glue you know, the pieces back together because it was not going to stay. And the whole idea was just kind of make like an ice cave, and I wanted to add so much more to it, but it was one of those things where you start working, next thing you know, you're knocking over everything, and it was just a disaster. But yeah, I had all kinds of different ideas like that. Yoda, I actually wanted him to have some kind of energy in his hand, so it looked like he's mind controlling him, but it just did not work out all the way I wanted it to. And I had this Yoda right here, and I knew when I got the theme that I wanted to do Yoda, and that's why I kind of I actually saw another Yoda at my store, and I went back to it. Well, I thought I was going to have 2 more to work with, but I only found 1 more. But lucky I got this one and just tried it. And this effect right here, this Yoda actually comes with some kind of force thing, but it just didn't look right, and I wanted to use something of my own. And I know somebody had said that, you know, it thought it was a lightning attack, but it wasn't. You know, it was representing a push. That's why I have this little thing right here, kind of swinging them into all this stuff. And this right here was a pain in the ass because I only have 1 guy on a flight stand, and that's right there. I always hide my flight stands, and everybody else is just kind of just really positioned on him. And you can see this guy, he's just hanging. I have him pegged into that wall right there, so it just creates the effect that he's just getting blasted. And this guy, he's got 1 foot dug in there, which gives him a little more room so he can actually look like he's just flying off. Then everything else was just fun, just chopping up things. You know, most of these figures I got for either free or a special deal. So, hey, whatever it takes, just get out there and have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Just chop up your figures if you can. If not, you know, it's all good. This is the effect I really like the most right here. Jango Fett. And you can tell that's a flight stand right there. It's just covered up. I always try to hide my flight stands. That's just my style. I know every once in a while you gotta have them showing, but for me, I just cover them up as best I can. It just creates that whole new effect. But yeah, I actually like the way this thing came out. I was actually quite surprised that I actually made it, because, you know, I just looking to have fun with it. You know, it's just, the tournament's just been really good. There's been a lot of serious competitors, and now that I made it this far, I'm like, wow, I got a legitimate chance to actually do something. So I have an ambitious project to work on. Oh my God, if this thing pans out like I want it to, but you never know how this thing goes. So I'll keep this up for like 1 more day, maybe take some pictures, and gotta take it down. You know, round 3, can't be lagging. So here we got the Future Foundation box set. Been looking for this set for a minute now. Interesting story is when normally I'm on my way to work and I'll get that urge like, well, maybe I should stop by Toys R Us and see what they got. And I have good success when that happens. And sure enough, it was just, sitting right there. And you would think, later in the day, everything's already been picked through, they're not going to have too much. But hey, sometimes you get lucky. And like I said, this is a set I've been really wanting to get. It's still, in a way, disappointing that there wasn't no, Spider-Man in this set. But, I understand that. I mean, at least, it gave us Herbie. Yeah, something. So this was one of the newest figures from Mattel. This is Snout Sprout. I think a lot of people passed on this figure because they really didn't know too much about him. I mean, I truly don't. I didn't have him growing up, but I just thought the look of him was just tremendous. The face sculpt is super nice. It has the feel to where it just feels like you can take it off and you can see the guy's head in there, but it's not removable. It's just all around just a cool figure. Comes with this axe, this kind of clamp, and he has this backpack which is removable. And I guess back in the days there was like a button you'd push and he would squirt water out, so it still has that look to it. It doesn't do it, of course, but all around really cool figure. I think if you get a chance, definitely pick them up. So like we always do, I'll change it up to the must-own figures. So for Marvel Legends, we have Omega Red. This one, I believe, is from the Sentinel series. This is an absolute amazing figure. I just absolutely love the sheer size of it. The paint apps are beautiful. It's got fun factor with the tentacles. And these things are super long, as you can see. This is really, really smooth. One complaint I do have with this figure is it would have been nice if he had wrist articulation where it could rotate. But other than that, you can't complain. Just like I said, his size is superior. This is actually a separate piece. It's not sculpted on there, which is something I really like. And the face sculpt is just to die for. Look at that thing. Now that is menacing. Whew. Love this figure. At times with the tentacles on, he can be kind of difficult to pose in certain positions, but other than that, you can really work with it. This is a cool figure. Definitely a must own if you're a Legends fan, especially if you love the X-Men. Like I said, he's got articulation in all the spots that he needs to. It's just a cool figure. Definitely get this guy. You knew it was about time that we talked about the real. Now here we go with DC Universe Classics must own, of course, Deathstroke. This is an absolute fantastic figure. This figure right here is easily in a lot of people's top 5 favorite, just because he's got everything that you'd want in a DCU figure. He comes with the weapons, all around really cool paint. Especially love the kind of mesh armor right there. Love the way that looks. The face sculpt is really nice. I mean, that looks superb. Of course, with this one eye, the long bandana or strap, whatever. It's got the swords. This is all around just a cool figure, and of course the gun holster as well. Now he does have a machine gun that he comes with, but that's occupied by another figure right now. But it's an all around just a cool figure. Great comic accuracy. Great. Like I said, I have really no complaints about this figure one bit at all. And this is actually, you can get him again. They released him in the All-Star line, so that's the best way to get it, because the regular one can go for a good penny, maybe 50-ish or so, depending on how hard you look. And of course, there's a variant with the mask off, but definitely a must-have figure if you're a DCUC collector. Now we have Marvel Universe must-own figure, Modern Thor. This is a fantastic figure. Once again, the paint, all-around detail is just superb on this figure. I think the only complaint I really have on this figure is the face just looks kind of odd. But other than that, I can overlook that with just the all-around coolness of this figure. This thing is absolutely a beast. He stands a little taller than most Marvel U, a little wider as well. Just an all-around, just fun figure. Now, when this figure actually first came out, it was a pain in the ass to find. For some reason, now he's all over the place. I mean, I think they've re-released it a couple times, but definitely if you're a Marvel Universe collector, get this figure. Actually, one of the things I found out was really cool is if you use one of the flight stands, you can actually hide this thing so well. especially because there's a spot right in the back of his hair that they fit perfectly. So definitely get this figure. It's a really fun, all-around cool figure. Just like we've been continuing to do, we got our Legion of Doom set up here. Like I said, I always have you guys vote to who you want to see, and coming in this week, you know he's eventually got to make it in there. We got Solomon Grundy. This guy is a monster. Love this figure. Now this one was, I think, Series 3. I think that's what it was. He's actually part of this wave with Sinestro. Now when this figure came out, he was the best CNC figure, which wasn't saying too much because I know it was Gorilla Grodd and then Metamorpho before that. But I love this figure. This thing is a monster. I love it. But yeah, so once again, thanks for tuning in to Super Sunday. We got some more stuff coming up this week. Make sure you vote for who you want to see next week in the Legion of Doom. All right, you guys. Peace.